Hey guys, Other Steve here. Guess what just arrived from the printer yesterday? I'm crazy excited about this. So, Bleeding in the New Year is now in stock. I'm going to be sending out rewards soon, but I just wanted to do a quick little unboxing to show you exactly what to expect when you get your hands on one of these things. So, first you can see the cover over there. There are two characters over there from the Vampire Lovers card. It's set to be fantastic. Experience thrills. In fact, we have one of our anime guys, Vampire Mayhem. Another experience thrills. So I can focus that a little bit. And of course, on the back over here, it's pretty much the same sort of stuff that was on the director's cut, but of course with Bleeding in the New Year stuff put in on top of it. So that's the box over here. I'm going to open that up in just a moment. These are also for the Kickstarter backers. These are the Dracula cards that came in. This is Dracula from the director's cut, but with a Bela Lugosi inspired bit of art on the front, and it's in silver foil. It is just really, really beautiful. So standard back, silver foil on front. This is like a silver screen sort of printing. So I hope that you guys enjoy that. I'll put him down over here for a sec. Let's open this guy up and let me show you what to expect in here. I've already taken out some of the cartonage just to show you what it looks like. So this will come wrapped in cellophane. We have this opened up over here. And the first thing we have over here is something that lots of you guys have requested. A physical printed booklet with the rules and how to play. And that's what we got over here. It's 24 pages long. Basic rules on how to play. What is this thing? All the important stuff. Goes over playing the game, how to create a movie title, the initial setup, the establishing shot, order of play, how to end the game, final scoring with ratings, how popcorn works, and then all the different cards and stuff like that. So hey, it's Skippy the Wonder Dog. How attaching works, and then a little bit about every single type of card in the game. Characters, props, locations, creatures. Then over here we have special effects, plot twists, roll the credits, and then we have a whole bunch of other important stuff that people asked about. The idea of what play zones are, like your hand, the deck, stuff like that. Card states, normal, face up, face down, tipped, what that all means. Whole bunch of stuff about different traits that we have there. Spoiler alert, there's something else that you guys are looking forward to that's coming soon in a future expansion. Then we have attacks, how they work, the direct affect rule, and then some special attacks. In Bleeding in the New Year, we have stuff that goes on with duels, and, well, we have some fun brawl stuff coming up in future expansions, as you can see. And that's it. This has everything you need to know in order to play the game to its fullest. I'm going to put that guy down over there. And now that brings us to the actual cards themselves. They're a little bit out of order compared to how I wanted them to be presented, but you know what? That's going to be fine. They come in this little sleeve. You can actually take that off like so. And the card you want to take a look at first is actually the one that's all the way... We have two special cards in the back over there. We have, of course, the Grave Robbers from Outer Space. It has the QR code card. This takes you to the official card list and things like that as well. And it also has the same art as what's on the front of the box. And of course we have our feature packs card, which goes over the 6 feature packs that we have in this set with the same art as what came on the Kickstarter card in the back. So it's kind of like an art card, kind of like a reference card. It kind of does both. So let's take a look at these guys. No, pardon me. The pollen has been terrible in New Jersey lately. So let's just take a look at some of these guys. We have all the cards that were listed in the Kickstarter. Jonathan Harker, Hammer Dracula, Vampire Baron. I love how this one came out. Shout out if you know which movie he's from in the Hammer franchise. The Boudoir. This one has been having some fun play because, what was it? In games we've been attaching it to the old church and it gives virgin characters a boost in defense. It's just a funny little synergy that happens. The Filmy Nightgown. The Mirror, which allows you to do a neat little bluffing game with your opponents. The Improvised Cross. Get away. This one's a fun one. Bathtub full of blood. Blood on the ashes. And then the 2 plot twists. And she fell into their embrace, and they were bitten by the vampire, which allowed you to mess around with ghouls and vampires as well. And this is the roll the credits for the first pack for Hammer Dracula. And it just came out beautifully. Let me put this guy down over here. Next, we have the 3 characters from Vamp Boys. We have the crazy old granddad, the edgy big brother, and the cute vampire girl. Then we, of course, have the 3 creatures. We have the master vampire, the alpha vampire, the teenage vampire hoods. This guy's a reprint from the director's cut, but this guy fits in with these guys really well. And we got the railway bridge, boardwalk at night, the water pistol. It's holy water. The old pickup truck, which was one that didn't make it into the director's cut, but this one was actually in the original resurrected edition, but now it's back. Vampire romance, which is of course the titular character duo of this set. Bat transformation, random musical number. You know what movie that is. And of course, the two plot twists, and they were the master vampire all along, and they drove straight through it. So that is, of course, the Vamp Boys feature pack. Oh, and we also need the roll the credits for that too. Forgot about that. Next, we have Somebody the Vampire Slayer. So of course we have the Vampire Slayer. We have the romantic vamp boy who's useless without a female character, and we have the hot Cockney vampire. Followed by the Evil Mayor, which is one of my favorite ones because it kind of, once again, you play a little mini game to see whether or not he succeeds. Vampire Mooks. Skippy the Undead Hellhound. I think we need to get him on a t-shirt. He's so cute, Skippy. Creepy Old Library in the Cemetery for the locations. The Sharp Stake, which, I mean, that's going to be a staple of any vampire deck. And the Crucifix. And our three special effects are, of course, Portal to Hell, which allows you to do some fun things with creatures. Hiss and Flee. Keep his face in mind later on. He appears in another card. And, of course, Vegetarian Vamps. And then the two plot twists. But wait, there's two of you? But I'm the chosen one. But they were invited in, which allows you to succeed on an otherwise failed attack. And, yeah, that's the roll the credits for that one. Paying homage. This brings us to number 4. Vampire Hunter B, which is the anime-themed one. So, of course, we've got a Dampier. We've got Alucard, one of the many Alucards in anime and otherwise. Vampiretta, which is like the tall woman vampire that everybody likes. Space Vampires, this one was another one that came from classic Grave Robbers. The Gothic Lolita Vampiress, who's a really fun one to play because a lot of characters can't defend against her. And, of course, Carmilla, or Carmilla, depending on how you want to say it. Dark Alleyways and Isolated Village. The Silver Bullet and the Heirloom Sword. Production value, that's a fun one. Carefully placed subtitles. This one, of course, comes over from classic Gross as well. We have Blood Healing and Elaborate Death Scene. Fire, Broken Glass, Explosive, Silver Bullets, and a chicken for good measure. Well, it looks like a crow rather than a chicken, but you get my idea. And then we have the two plot twists. But they found a blood cure, but their name written backwards was... I mean, that one's kind of obvious. And, of course, the roll the credits for that pack. Far too much blood. And this brings us down to Bram Stoker, which is based off of Bram Stoker's Dracula. One of the classic Dracula books that turned into several movies. We have Renfield, we have Mina Murray and Lucy Westenra. She's fun because you can play her out of the graveyard. We have the Old Man Trio, because of course, you know what we're making fun of here. The Very Old Man, the Scary Old Man, and the Hairy Old Man. And all of these guys combined together make a huge attack. You'll have to read through their special abilities text later on. But you can do some serious damage with this trio in your deck. Then we have Somewhere in Transylvania and the Old Abbey. This is another funny one that you can combine with the boudoir. And this one allows you to play a game of bidding to snatch it back and forth. Then we have a bottle of wine and communion wafers. And then we have some neat special effects. Me and My Shadow, Hairy Palms, and Mind Control Stare, which allow you to knock people out. And then our two plot twists are, but wait, that wasn't in the book. But they made an heroic sacrifice, so you can swap up characters, and you can also mess around with what's currently on the board. And then, of course, we have the roll the credits card with the vampire turning back into human once they've been defeated. And that was Bram Stoker. Which brings us to our last one, which is one that we put together at the end of the Kickstarter, which was Innocent Blade, which is based off of, well, you can probably guess which two movies. First, we have our three characters from there. We have the Vampire Hunter. And if you take a very close look at his glasses, you probably recognize another card that I told you to look out for. Then there's the girl with the oddly convenient occupation, and the cop who knows. So he's a cop, so he gets gun bonuses. Then we have our three creatures. We have the crime boss vampire. You think you can kill me? All you've killed here is my suit. The nightclub vampires is one that Steve Tassi himself threw into the ring here. The giant blob vampire, which shows up in a surprising number of places in different movies. I wonder where this idea of a blob vampire came from. Leave a comment if you can remember which ones that is. The undead rave, because it's Thriller, and the frozen meat locker. And then we have two props. We have handcuffs and garlic. Extra points if you know where that quote comes from. Some of our friends over on Dark Corners probably caught it. Then we have the 3 special effects: Risen from the Grave, Fire in the Hole, and Full Frontal Nudity, which doesn't have any on the card. But, hey, we have standards here. Double standards, but standards, because that's how horror movies work, right? The 2 plot twists, but she was with them all along, which this one I find hilarious. I want to see how you guys play with it. And, of course, they bit off more than they could chew. So the bad news is I missed one. And, of course, the Roll the Credits card for that pack. And that is the lot. I hope you guys enjoy playing with this as much as we had putting it together. And there will be some more updates soon with the next thing down the line as far as Grave Robbers from Outer Space is concerned. Keep watching the skies, guys.